Good morning, North Coast. My name is Ange Phoenix, and it is great to be back in studio with you this morning. Today we acknowledge World Hepatitis Day, a day aimed at raising awareness of the global burden of viral hepatitis and influencing real change. We have once again a great lineup scheduled for you. In studio, we have Brad Glenn, Chairman and National Board Member of Girls and Boys Town, who will be sharing some more information about what they do, their homes, and the way forward after the devastating fire at their Verulam Girls' home. Ladies, you don't want to miss this one. Leonando Fernandes, the Karat guy, is here to talk about all things jewellery and the services that he offers. Mandy Ruthman recently chatted to Managay Pillay from Luah Charity and Global Peace Let's Talk about their organisation, and they will be sharing this interview with us. We will be catching up with one of our very own anchors, Prathisha Singh, who will be telling her story, who she is and what she does or when she's not in studio. And then we have the beautiful Malindi Swanepoel, 2021 Miss Ballito finalist, in studio to talk about her journey, her chosen charity, and what she hopes to achieve with this experience. And lastly, we have Cindy Joubert here from Permanent Makeup and Lashes, who will be sharing in-depth details about her business, what she specializes in, and the services she offers. But first, over to Claudia Greenwood for our morning motivation. Good morning, Claudia.
Morning, Ange.
Good to have you here.
Thank you so much.
The floor is yours.
Thank you. So this morning we're going to talk about our headlines and stories.
Oh.
And how does that apply to us? So, you know, we have like a journalist or reporter would always start out with a headline and then follow, you know, from that headline comes the whole story about whatever they're talking about. So how does that apply to us? As individuals, we are constantly creating our own headlines. And I'll give you a practical example. So say, for example, we decide, okay, you know what, I'm going to have an outing and I'm going to Starke Marine World and I've got this whole beautiful outing planned. And just before I leave, or, you know, that morning, I hear that, you know what, on the N2, there's a disaster with traffic and roads are blocked and cars are, you know, having to detour and everything. And I choose my headline as, why does this always happen to me? Okay, that's my headline. So what's the story that follows from there? After that, I'm going to be saying, now my day is ruined, things go wrong, I start getting aggravated and frustrated, and everything else just snowballs from there. Now, when we choose our life through that kind of vision and have those kinds of headlines, you know that things aren't going to be great. I can choose to see the world how I want to, and I can choose my headline. So when something goes wrong, I can say, okay, well, maybe there's an opportunity to take a detour and go down the coastal road and, I don't know, take in the scenery, stop off at a nice little cafe and have a breakfast, or go and look at the sea a little bit, whatever it is, because my story then flows from there.
Yes. And
how does that leave me feeling? So our stories, our headline that we choose, basically shows you what belief you have. Okay, and the belief you have is how your life pans out. Your belief is going to dictate how you experience that day, that moment, and it can actually block you, or it can actually open up new ideas, new opportunities. So the encouragement here is to say, you know, stop, pause, and actually become aware of your mental chatter. What headline are you choosing? How do you want to see the world around you? Do you want to see it in terms of blocks and everything is happening to you? Or do you want to live on the other side of life and say, you know what, I can actually change my story. And maybe if I still can't do what I wanted to do in a different way, maybe I should say, okay, well, this gives me time to take up this hobby. Maybe I can go for a walk locally. Maybe I can catch up with my family or friends and choose that as your headline. So headlines and stories are all about your beliefs, what is empowering to you, and the creativity that actually comes from changing your mindset. But it's got to come from you. It's got to come from within yourself through your own awareness. We create our own life and world constantly. It's not about what's happening out there. It's about what's happening within ourselves. And that's what we need to be focusing on. Constantly check in with yourself. And you know what? Soon you'll start switching the way you feel, the way you see things, and you'll start seeing opportunities in situations and creating such joy in your life. And isn't that what we want?
Absolutely.
We want to be happier. We want to go out and explore what's out there rather than be stuck in our repetitive cycle of putting up a block here and putting up a block there. These blocks we're putting up are our headlines. They are our beliefs, and we're choosing them. So I think that it's important to know that we can change that.
Absolutely.
Choose a different headline.
Hundreds. And
It's
it's almost
you.
like the law of attraction. And perception really at the end of the day is everything.
Yes.
How you see it, how you see yourself is how other people would see you.
Yes.
And glass half full always. You've got that choice. Every single day with every choice that we make, it's either am I going to see the positive in it and can I get that out of it, or I'm going to choose to focus on the negative and then draw the negative throughout the rest of my day.
Yes, of course, because a positive mindset and the positive approach is always so much more creative. You start thinking of alternatives, you start seeing opportunities instead of like, okay, I'm stuck. You know, then you're going to stay stuck.
Hundreds.
When you say, like, you know, you rightly mentioned, what am I going to draw to me?
Absolutely.
And it starts with you.
That is awesome.
So absolutely, I'm encouraging everybody out there, choose your headline. What is your headline? What story are you busy creating in your mind? Because that, you are the author of that.
Absolutely.
And you can choose.
And that's the exciting thing. You've got that choice. It's something you can change.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
you're not a slave to it. It's something that you can actually be proactive and change in your daily walk every single day.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Claudia. It was great having you with us this morning. We will see you soon, later in the week, I'm sure.
Yes.
And we're heading into a quick ad break, after which we will be chatting to Brad Glenn. Stay tuned. welcome back to GMNC. With me now in studio, I have Brad Glenn, Chairman and National Board Member of Girls and Boys Town. Welcome, Brad.
Thanks, Anne.
It's great to have you with us this morning. Brad, tell me a little bit more about who you are, about Girls and Boys Town, how it began.
Okay. Well, firstly about myself, I have a day job, but I decided when I turned 40 that the best way to try and help my children to develop a social conscience was through my actions rather than by telling them. So I then began to get involved with charities, and Girls and Boys Town really resonated with me because I think what the work they do is absolutely amazing in helping the youth and youngsters to develop routines, responsibility, and to function well within society where they can actually make a meaningful contribution going forward. And that was quite a unique selling point, if that's the right expression in this context for me. Girls and Boys Town have a rich history in South Africa, founded in 1958 in the Magaliesburg. I mean, the campus here in Tongaat was originally the Catholic Genazzano mission. So it's steeped in history, it's a magnificent facility, and as Girls and Boys Town, we're very lucky to have the use of that.
I can imagine. And how many homes do you have, and where are they located?
We've got 3 homes, 2 family homes and the YDC. The YDC is the youth centre at Tongaat. Then we have a family home, which we call the Greenwood family home. It was originally housed in Greenwood, but now housed in a separate building on the Tongaat campus. And then we have the girls' home, which is based in Verulam.
Of course. And how does someone end up in your home? Is it, do they need to be referred by a doctor?
What happens is there is obviously a process. So you can't just apply to send a child to Girls and Boys Town. It does go through the through the courts, but the children are not offenders. In a lot of instances, they've had really traumatic upbringings, environments. With HIV, we have a lot of children-led homes in this country. So they have a lack of structure, they have a lack of routine, and a lack of love, quite frankly, which is just devastating. No child should ever find themselves in that situation. Absolutely. So that's often how children end up at Girls and Boys Town. Often they have learning difficulties. Sometimes there's sort of medical issues and things like that. But they go to normal schools. It's not in any way punitive. It is really trying to give them a secure environment with care, love, and kindness that will enable them to develop and become responsible, functioning adults.
And then once they're there, what is the process? What treatment do they receive? Is there counselling? How do you equip them to get integrated back into society once they're better?
Yes, well, we try and recreate a family environment as much as possible. So that is a cornerstone of what we try and do. But there is professional help in terms of social workers, counselling, most definitely. And each child is treated as an individual. So, it would be remiss to create a one-size-fits-all type of model. And I'm just, as a volunteer, I'm blown away by the dedication and commitment of the team there. I give a little bit of my time and help out where I can and support them. But they live it day in and day out. And the total commitment that people give. I've never seen anything like it. I'll tell you a little story, which we had a donor donate a very smart vegetable garden, which to the Tongaat campus, which was really awesome, and it would obviously save a lot of money that was being spent on fresh produce. And on one visit, I was a little bit disappointed with the state of the garden. Fortunately for me, I didn't say anything, but just sort of internally, I thought, I'm a bit disappointed with how things are shaping up. And as we discussed things and as we went forward, they had started 2 vegetable gardens in informal settlements to help those that they deemed as being less fortunate than they were. And I thought, how generous is that? People who have so little actually giving so much. So, as I say, fortunately for me, I didn't
You
open
kept
my
your
mouth.
mouth
There's a lesson there, I think, you know. If in doubt, keep your mouth shut.
But then you guys are doing the right thing.
Yeah,
and
exactly,
if those
yeah.
values are instilled,
That's
and
right.
if they're already practicing it, on the outside, there's definitely change happening.
That's it. And you can see it almost daily, the interaction with the youth.
Yeah.
They have impeccable manners. They very special.
And then what age groups do you take them in at, and how long do they stay there for?
Generally, the process goes until 18,
Okay.
but quite often the youth are returned to their families within sort of that framework. So it's not as I said earlier, it's not prescriptive at all. It's as long as they've completed that process and
Yes.
that they're in the right space to
Okay.
return into their family environment. But generally, it's up until 18, and then the ages possibly start around about 13.
Okay, so young
Yes.
teenagers.
Exactly.
And then support services afterwards, do you guys offer any of that once they've already left the home and they need somebody to talk to?
Absolutely. I think, Girls and Boys Town becomes a big part of their lives. And we're also very lucky to have an amazing alumni. I said with the fact that it started in 1958,
Yes, of
there's
course.
a lot of past Girls and Boys Town residents who are very active in supporting the current generation and things like that. So it's a well-established organization that definitely has a holistic approach to the lives
Yes,
of the
course.
youth.
And then I heard you guys have had a devastating fire in one of your Verulam girls' home. How can the public and our viewers support you guys? What can we do to assist?
Yes, thanks, Ange. Yeah, it was dreadful. Around about midnight on Saturday.
Was it part of the riots?
No,
No,
it wasn't
just an
actually. It was an
accident.
electrical fault.
Okay.
It appears, at the moment there's still investigations taking place, and from insurance purposes, things are still in process at the moment. But essentially what happened is the whole of the downstairs area, the living area, the kitchen was absolutely decimated by a fire. Fortunately, all of the girls are safe,
Okay.
and the staff. I mean, obviously it's a very stressful and traumatic experience for them to go through. But they're all well, and they're sort of recovering nicely, and there's a little bit of humour coming back into their interaction. How people can help, really, as I say, at this stage, we don't have a full grasp of the extent of it, but there's a lot of structural damage. There's kitchen equipment, basically anything. I think the reality is, in that particular home, we've lost everything from a living space perspective.
Okay. And funding-wise, do you guys, do you depend on personal funding, or are you government involved to fund you guys?
There are some grants from government, but they cover a very small fraction of the running costs of the facility. So we are heavily reliant on donors and the generosity of the public and businesses. But it's been quite impressive to see the generosity of spirit within KZN, and we're very grateful for that.
Now, we've definitely seen in the last week, we've got an amazing town, we've got an amazing support system where we are at. If the guys want to get involved and they want to help you guys, what is your social media handles? What is your website? How can we reach you?
The best way is to contact Soloshna in the fundraising department. Her email address is se@gbtown.org.za. And if you contact Soloshna with anything that you're willing to donate or wanting to contribute, she'll be able to work with you and to facilitate that.
Fantastic. Brad, it was great having you in studio. I will definitely be making an effort to meet up with you guys soon. It really is a good cause. Ballito, everyone out there, this is an amazing organization who's been doing great work for many, many years. If you guys can, reach out, get in touch. We're going into a quick ad break, and then we will be chatting to Leonando Fernandes, the Karat guy. Stay tuned.
At 1018 Skryfbehoeftes Ballito, we offer an array of convenience services for our clients. Our friendly team will take care of your orders, from picking to packing and arranging them for your office. offer delivery to businesses along the north coast to Richards Bay to help you save even more time. Proudly Ballito.
Hi guys, Jason here from Chapman Building. Looking forward to introducing a new 13-episode series called Under Construction with Chapman Building. We will be covering various aspects of the building industry and our business to educate and help Ballito residents understand more about the building industry.
By Ballito Gas & Braai fokus ons op ons kliënte. Vriendelike en doeltreffende diens is wat ons anders maak. Ons werk as 'n span met integriteit en deursigtigheid. Hier bied ons kliënte 'n onvergeetlike ervaring en werk ons met die beste belang van ons kliënt. Ons lewer nie net produkte aan ons kliënte nie, ons lewer ook 'n volledige diens, insluitend onderdele en tegniese ondersteuning.
Welcome back to GMNC. With us now we have Leonando, the Karat guy. Great to have you in studio with us.
Hi, good morning, Ange. How are you?
Very good. I'm very excited about this segment. Anything to do with jewellery. Leonardo, tell us a little bit about who you are, where you come from, and how your business started.
Okay, well, to start, I'm originally from Cape Town.
Okay.
I started in the industry by handing out flyers for a jewelry company. Funny enough, my passion grew.
Okay.
I started educating myself. I got numerous courses through two reputable companies called EGL and GIA, which is the Gemological Institute of America. Through that, just educating myself, getting my certificates, I started progressing in the field, getting higher positions to eventually starting my own company and moving to Ballito, opening my office here.
Phenomenal. And I think you mentioned that you only started in April.
Yeah, so I've only been in Ballito since the 1st of April. I have, however, been in the industry for about 5 or 6 years.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah.
And tell me, what services do you offer?
So at our Ballito office, we mainly deal with the public, where we buy in gold and diamond jewelry. We do a lot of evaluations on jewelry items, and then we also custom manufacture and source diamonds from all around the world.
Oh, that's phenomenal. And tell me, if a person or a lady or a consumer wants to sell her jewellery, is that a services that you offer, and what would that process entail?
Yes, definitely. So the way it goes about is usually we have inquiries via our website, or someone will just WhatsApp me. We arrange an appointment, they come through to my office, I'll evaluate the items in front of them, and then obviously we come up with a price structure. Should they say yes, should they say no, it's a completely free, non-obligation meeting,
Yes.
and we'll take it from there here.
And how long does that process normally take?
It's depending on the items and how many items there is.
Okay.
It can take anywhere from 5 minutes to an hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wonderful. And then I know there's a couple of dangers in the industry when it does come to evaluating your
Yes.
jewellery. Can you tell us a little bit more about that and give us some insight to what to look out for?
Yeah, so unfortunately there have been a few rotten apples that have destroyed it for the rest
Always
of
is.
us in the jewelry industry. But fortunately enough, it's not all of us.
Okay.
There have been cases where jewelers have swapped diamonds in people's jewelry, but that is also, in my office environment, it's a one-on-one. We sit at a desk, no items are taken away from the customer.
Okay.
Everything is on the desk, in front of the customer at all times of the day. Whereas in other settings, there are stores that have goldsmiths in the back section that they go, they
Yes.
take the jewelry to the back, which isn't in the customer's viewing all the time, and that's where I think the customer becomes a little bit uncomfortable.
Of course. So is it up front? People can see what's happening
Absolutely
all the time?
up front. The jewelry is always in the customer's eyes.
Perfect. You also mentioned you do customized jewelry. So if I have a ring I would like to make up, what is that process like? I come to you. Where do we go from there?
Yes, so a lot of the inspiration for custom manufacturing usually comes from Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest pictures.
Yes.
So what we do is we usually say, in terms of engagement rings, for instance, for the gentleman, you know, find out what she likes, you know her, walk past the jewelry store windows, see what catches her eye. Maybe go back, take a photo of that item, bring it through to me. We'll try and evaluate, see how we can manufacture it to her specific style, her finger size, and then we'll obviously decide what stones to set in the ring. That we'll source. That can be the longest process because obviously diamonds, you have to fall in love with the piece.
You have to.
And then once you've found the perfect stone, we manufacture the whole ring around that.
Phenomenal. And then where does the public find you?
So on Instagram, you can find me at the Karat Guy. There's also a lot of information and interesting facts that the public will find there. Facebook, alternatively, also the Karat Guy. Otherwise, you can just pop past my office at the Circle Business Center.
That is phenomenal. I think Ballito is very excited about this one. I definitely am.
Yeah, I'm loving it. Yeah.
Welcome to the family. Leonardo, it was great to have you in studio with us.
Thank you. Thank you for
we're
having
heading
me.
into a quick ad break, and then we will be chatting to it's Mandy and Managay Pillay. Stay tuned.
Sometimes the greatest test in life is being able to bless someone else while going through your own storm. Ballito TV is so excited to bring you Season 2 of A New You. After a bumper inspirational Season 1, we'd like to enrich your life and take you on a 13-week journey of learning, inspiration and spoils. This season covers not only the outer image, but we deal with overall health and well-being as well. And there are also many exciting spoils and treats for our winner. If you would like to enter A New You Season 2, please send us a photo and a motivation of no more than 250 words of why we should choose you. If you have a friend that you feel would benefit from this journey, you're welcome to enter on her behalf. We look forward to hearing from you and changing one lucky lady's life. Please send your entries in to A New You at Ballito TV. We'll see you soon.
My name is Deon and I'm the CEO and founder of the Educational Studio. The Educational Studio started with our private tuition department, which has grown astronomically over the years and evolved into now what we call our alternative learning program, which has become a fundamental pillar of the Ballito community. We cater to all children from all walks of life and from all facets of the Ballito community. We tailor our learning programs to cater to the individual learner. Visit us to see how we can help improve your child's academic life.
Good morning. Welcome to the Educational Studio. My name is Joy Hartley. The Educational Studio is an alternative education institution. We cater to the needs of learners who are looking for a different approach to teaching and learning. The Educational Studio offers a structured learning program in a unique, supportive and relaxed environment. Our small class sizes encourage a greater focus on personalised learning and teacher interaction. The Educational Studio offers tuition in both the CAPS curriculum and international curricula for all learners in grades 2 to 12. Please call us today on 032 940 4471.
This morning I have the privilege of chatting to Managay Pillay, who's a familiar face if you were watching the Vuvuzela earlier last year. Managay is a dynamic individual ingrained in our community and does so many good deeds and charity work around. Welcome, Managay.
Thank you, Mandy. Lovely seeing you again.
Luah Charity,
Yes.
obviously, is all about lighting homes.
Yes.
Maybe just give our viewers a little bit of overview on the charity and the incredible work that you've been doing there.
Oh, absolutely. You know, I'm very passionate about that. Luah is an acronym for Light Up a Home. The founder, Jackie Williams, this was her vision. And of course, you know, we were all roped in, and I represent a board member. But we've been doing phenomenal work in the local informal settlement at Shaka's Head. We've done about 50 plus homes already. Wow. Of course, we depend on donations.
Correct.
And we have some very good corporates that are buying into us, you know. And even with the recent events, I think our footprint shows that we are serious about improving lives of people, uplifting quality of lives. And also, I think you must have read our stats, you know, improving education, because we are now allowing children or people to study at night.
Wonderful.
Nursing mothers to see what they're doing. So of course, you know, this gives me immense pleasure to talk about Luah and what we're doing in local and throughout. Well, we want to go throughout Africa actually, but we'll start with local, which is think global but act local. So,
Absolutely, that's for sure.
Yeah.
How do people get in touch? Where would they find you? How can they contribute? Maybe it's an individual that wants to light up a home to make sure that students can obviously study at night. I mean, the stats have gone up by 28%, which is fantastic, of students being able to achieve more with the assistance of Luah.
Well, we have a website, www.luahcharity. They can contact us there. All our information is that. Or if they do not know me by now, I want to know why not. So they can contact me. Look, we are available. Anybody that needs to contact us can surely just go onto our website and make contact, or email me, managay@luahcharity.com. I definitely will respond to them. But what we'd like to see is numbers improving, lighting up more homes, improving quality of lives. That is what it's all about.
Fantastic. And that's not the only thing that keeps you busy.
No.
Global peace talks. Yes. Well, you know what, I think a lot of people will say, we've had serious peace talks locally, but on the bigger scale, tell our viewers what Global Peace Talks are about.
Global Peace Let's Talk. Founder member Nikki DePenta, she's in the UK. It's as the name suggests, it's very global. We have ambassadors that work from Hollywood, Marcel Garcia and Mark Anthony. They are raising funds for Global Peace Let's Talk. Then we have a senator from Pakistan who is handling our IT. And of course, our local girls like Bunny Bula, Ursula Brown. She's phenomenal. She's been with media, you know, since time immemorial. So yeah, the local people are doing a lot of work, promoting this and getting our work on. I lead a chapter called Health and Wellness for Global Peace Let's Talk. I think, you know, really at this point in our lives, health and wellness is so, so important on who we are and how we want to project ourselves, because the pandemic has impacted on our lives, our well-being. So to get people to understand this whole impact and how it has affected their lives, I think leading this sort of chapter is imminent. It's absolutely vital.
Yes, most definitely. And the Let's Talk campaign covers a variety of topics, not just health and wellness. I was fascinated when I went onto the website and actually read more.
Yes, I think we've got about 12 different chapters.
Yes.
So you've got women abuse, you've got, the whole 12 chapters of agriculture, farming, anything to do with humanity, we've covered.
No, very, very powerful indeed.
Yeah.
And people obviously can go onto the website to go find out more info.
Yeah.
But in support of the local chapter, what would you encourage people to do? How can they engage, to make an actual difference?
Well, I just think go onto the website and see what appeals to you. And then you log on to a chapter, or you send an email to the person in charge of the chapter, telling them what you'd like, what your challenges are in your charity, how you'd like, or what you'd like to see them help you with, and then we take it from there.
That's incredible. And the fact that this is a global initiative just allows people like yourself to interact and engage with these bodies overseas, because you know what, I think, and you'll agree, during these difficult times, I think a lot of our causes or MPOs or charities are exhausting any resources, efforts in trying to fix what we've been through. So having these contacts overseas who have obviously been watching and receiving aid in various ways, whether it's education, health and wellness, because all those things at the end of the day create good humans.
Yes.
And I think what we've learned over these past 2 weeks is we certainly need better humans. We've seen a lot of incredible humans, but we need to create better humans. That's my 2 cents worth.
So. And and I think interacting with international people also gives you a different aspect on mindsets.
Perspective, correct.
Perspective, mindset. So I must say I'm fortunate to be able to interact with all these people.
That's wonderful. And when you're not being Managay, busy with these charities and these initiatives, what can we find you doing?
Well, the weather is not in my favor right now, but I try to take my dog for a walk as much as possible. I gym and try to keep busy.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I do.
Managay, it's been wonderful seeing you again and catching up with you. And our viewers know how to get hold of you on the various websites. We'll obviously share those website details with them. And yes, just take care. And thank you for sharing your time with us today.
Thank you so much. And thank you for having me. And people, if you really need to contact us, as Mandy said, she will share the details. Please make an effort. But it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I sincerely hope our viewers have enjoyed this interview with Managay Pillay. Have yourselves an awesome day.
Welcome back to our Good Morning North Coast show. With me now, we have our very own Prathisha Singh in studio. Prathisha.
Wow, Angie, thank you for having me here. And I must say it's quite different being on this side of the couch.
It's very exciting, and I'm so excited to hear your story and what you're going to be sharing with us this morning. Prathisha, tell us a little bit more about yourself. Who are you?
So I'm a professional scientist by trade, and I went through my life like everybody else did. So when life was great, I felt great, and when life wasn't so great, I didn't feel so great.
Of course.
And I'm sure that's the human tendency, and we all look to outside people, places, and situations for happiness. I'm sure you've also been in that situation yourself.
We all do, don't we?
Until my life changed completely. And it's quite a sad story, so I'm going to skip the sad details. But basically, everything I looked at made me unhappy. Okay. So I could not rely on looking to my marriage, looking to my health, looking to my finances, looking to my career. Everything kind of hit rock bottom for me at that time. And I had a 7-week-old baby and a 4-year-old son to take care of. So I said to myself, listen, something's got to change. And so being the professional scientist that I am, I'm drawn to research.
Of course.
So I seeked and I sought until I found the best in the personal development industry. Okay. I did course after course and training after training from Sonia Ricotti, Eckhart Tolle, Neil Donald Walsh, you name the courses and I've done them. And education's always been dear to my heart. Both my parents are educators.
Okay.
So when I embark on a new journey, I kind of am drawn to education. So I have all the trainings and all the qualifications. And then I started to see a big change in myself. I had never been this confident or believed in myself as much as I do today. I started taking responsibility for my own happiness, my own life, my own emotions. I mean, of course, I still experienced negative emotion. I'm sure we all do, and you do, right? You get angry, frustrated. But I can shift it quite quickly. And then I realized, Prathisha, you found something here and you have to share it.
It's a valuable tool, absolutely.
And so all my learnings and teachings that I had gone, I had spent time and I systematically, being a scientist again, put the building blocks together and I wrote the ultimate guide to bounce back higher, which essentially is a roadmap to bounce back higher. So if you're feeling stuck, if you have a crisis to overcome, I've given you the roadmap. I've done the work, the legwork for you.
Of course.
And that's what the book is about, and that's where the inspiration came from.
That is.
And then, of course, my whole life and the course of it changed. And being a scientist is great, and I've always had a passion for it. But my whole purpose changed, and now all I want to do is share this with the world. I want everyone to know that you have this light within you. You can tap into it, and you can be amazing.
Absolutely.
And life is in your hands, you know.
It is.
What you do with it is up to you.
It's so true what you said, because I found with women in my industry as well is, you know, we find our identity either in our work or in our families or in our relationships, and when that's taken away, it's almost like we lose ourselves.
Completely.
And I think your project and your business and your book is very much geared towards women looking internally and finding out who they are again. And from that place, again, and linking in with what Claudia said this morning, perception, you know, how are you viewing your situations? What circumstances are happening right now?
Exactly.
So it really, really is powerful, and I think it's so needed in today's society. You know, we live in a very different world at the moment, you know, different generations, different upbringings, and people are not taught these things, and it's valuable tools that can change your life going forward.
It is, and then pursuing with the education as I tend to do, because I'm a constant learner. So I'm currently being trained and mentored by Marcy Shimoff. So I'm not sure if you're familiar with the Chicken Soup for the Soul series.
Yes.
It was a bestseller.
Of course.
So she actually mentored me and trained me, and I'm now a Happy for No Reason trainer.
That is phenomenal. And tell us a little bit more about your business. Now, obviously, you started the book, and that has now grown into a fully fledged company and almost like a training school.
Yes,
Am I right?
it is. Yes.
What is the process? What do you do? How long does it take? Can you give us some more info on that?
So as a result of Ultimate Bounce Back, students and clients of mine, they develop confidence. Confidence in themselves, they develop resilience, they're able to deal with situations, circumstances, and people, no matter what it is. They take responsibility for their happiness and their own lives. And I mean, who doesn't want to wake up happier tomorrow morning?
Absolutely.
Hey, so
definitely.
I'm looking for people that want to improve their lives, want to feel happier. Maybe they're stuck, maybe they're going through something that I can help them go through. or if they just want to wake up happier tomorrow morning.
That's good enough.
I think we all need more happiness in our lives, and I
Absolutely.
think we all underestimate it. We get so drawn to goals and what we need to do next, and we forget that it's actually important to just be happy.
And I've got to say I've got a bad situation in my life right now, and I'm going through something that's really challenging. What tips can you give me to, you know, to conquer this and keep positive, keep my, you know, mentally just being on the right track, making sure I take the right steps? What would you suggest? What is your 5-step plan, can I call it?
I think the most powerful one, and even if you just start with this, you'll be great, is start paying attention to how you feel.
Yeah.
It is physiologically impossible to be feeling good and thinking negative thoughts.
Yeah.
So generally, when I'm feeling low during the day, the first thing I'll do is I'll be like, well, Prathisha, what are you thinking about?
Yeah.
And when you start focusing on your thoughts, and you'll realize that I'm either worrying about something that's going to happen in the future that I have no control over, or you'll be some bad memory from the past will be replaying, because our minds are like recorders. They just play back everything. So focus, and then once you realize what your thoughts are, gently shift them. And don't berate yourself, because it takes practice, it does. But becoming aware of what you're thinking throughout the day and then shifting it to something better, one thought at a time, you definitely will change your experience.
Absolutely.
And like you mentioned, it is all about perception.
And proactiveness as well. You know, again, I think Tony mentioned it last week when we had him here. It's you constantly have to put in that effort to make and be better.
You have to.
You know, it doesn't just happen overnight.
We're
It's
all
not-
work in progress.
Absolutely. And, you know, it's also okay not to be okay. It's also to acknowledge, and I think that's where the healing and the progress begins, if when you understand, you know, that it's fine, it's okay.
It's
I
okay,
know
yeah.
I've got this problem, but how do we get better from here?
Exactly.
And Prathisha, where can we find you? If our viewers want to get in touch with you, want to join your program, what is the process?
So you'll find me on www.ultimatebouncebackhigher.com. And I have to say, scientists have cracked the code to being happy. And it actually has a lot to do with the habits that we do. And it's our daily habits and our lifestyle changes that we need to make. And so once you subscribe to my mailing list on my website, I'd like to give the viewers and everybody who subscribes 21 happiness habits that they can start implementing today.
That is very exciting. And your social media handles?
Yeah, I'm on Instagram at Ultimate Bounce Back.
Perfect.
And on Facebook also, Ultimate Bounce Back Higher.
Fantastic. That's so exciting. Prathisha, thank you so much. It was lovely catching up with you this morning.
Thank you, Ange. Thank you for having me.
Fantastic. And to our viewers, join your Prathisha's business right now. There's a free little gift waiting for you if you do sign up. We're going into a quick ad break, and then we will be chatting to the beautiful Malindi Swanepoel. Stay tuned.
At 1018 Skryfbehoeftes Ballito, we offer an array of convenience services for our clients. With an in-store fully operational business center, all under one roof, 1018 Skryfbehoeftes Ballito is fully stocked with all your leading stationery brands. Proudly Ballito for Ballito.
Here's how you can watch Ballito TV if you are not already watching our amazing streaming channel. Live on Facebook at Ballito TV, where you can watch not only our morning show live between 6 and 7 a.m, but also our great continued streaming of great programs during the day, Monday to Friday. You are also able to watch us on YouTube, where all our programs and episodes are available for your viewing pleasure. Our website at www.ballito.tv is where you can watch live, as well as to catch up on previous episodes that you may have missed. And if you have not downloaded our app yet, visit the App Store, where you can download our app for free. watch live, as well as visiting our catch-up for previous shows. Our app is currently available to Android and Huawei users, and we hope to have great news for Apple users soon.
Hi Ballito, I'm Tanya. I'm the lady from So It Seems, Vanina in Ballito. You can find us in Richard Park, right across from the Hirsch. The new shop, it's 3 times bigger than the old shop. We have lots more fabric, a lot more haberdashery items. If you can't sew, I will teach you how to sew. I have an additional teacher that helps us sew, and we have a fabulous space upstairs. Looking for a Banina machine or a Banet? I will sort you out with that one. In this little area, we do everything. We service the sewing machine, we service the overlocker. We fix it up for you. Within a week, you'll have it back. While you go through the pattern books, we have a coffee shop in-house called Buttonless Coffee. You can have a coffee or a snack to eat while you do your pattern searching, fabric searching, or sewing upstairs with us. See you soon!
Welcome back to GMNC. With me now we have Malindi Swanepoel. Welcome Malindi, great to have you in studio with us. Malindi, tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Well, I'm Malindi Swanepoel. I'm 21 years old.
Okay.
I currently have a job in the marine engineering section.
Oh, beautiful.
So I'm a reception and I also do work on the ship engines.
Fantastic. Malindi, you're obviously one of our Miss Ballito 2021 finalists. You're stunning, absolutely stunning. Where does this passion come from? Have you been in pageantry and modeling, all your life? Is it something new you're pursuing?
All my life I grew up thinking that if you have to be a model, you have to be really thin and you have to have the perfect life and the perfect lifestyle and all. And it was in 2019, I just said, screw it, I'm going to try it out. And then I joined a model agency.
Stunning.
And then I heard of the Miss Ballito pageant. And I thought to myself, as a curve model, I'm going to prove a point to people and show that anyone can actually do it.
Absolutely, and it's really a movement in today's life. It's just women accepting their bodies for what it is and embracing who they are and loving who they are. So well done for that. That is really a good message you're putting across. Malindi, obviously, why did you enter Miss Ballito, the pageant, and what do you aim to achieve out of this competition?
Well, the first thing that drew me to Miss Ballito is the women empowerment part. And that is something I believe in. I believe that all women and young girls should be empowered and should grow themselves. And I know the Miss Ballito pageant has grown a lot of ladies.
They have.
So as a lady myself, I also wanted to grow myself and empower myself.
Absolutely. I think there's a lot of value that comes out of pageantry as well, the self-confidence that you build and obviously the networking and the people you connect with. Obviously, you are supposed to choose specific charities that you want to get involved with. Is anything specific you're looking at this stage?
Well, currently I'm looking to start a feeding program where I would learn little kids how to plant their own vegetables.
Wonderful.
And then later stages I would also learn them how to harvest them and how to make easy meals.
Fantastic.
Which aren't fancy meals, just basic stuff to feed them.
Perfect. And when is the competition? When is the final? How can our viewers vote for you? What is the process at this point?
Currently you can find us on Instagram and Facebook at Miss Ballito.
Okay.
And all you have to do to vote is just go on the page, look at all our finalists and vote for your favorite one.
That is phenomenal. It was great chatting to you, Malindi. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. We are rooting for you. Good luck.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Only a pleasure. After the ad break, we will be chatting to Cindy Joubert. Stay tuned.
Lula Clothing Boutique is now situated at The Well, which is in Ballito, which is opposite Ashton College. So in addition to our clothing range, we also do a variety of other things. We do leather shoes, leather bags, gifting, cushions, homeware, whatever you need for a Lula living lifestyle. When you buy a garment from Lula, it doesn't just appear in the shop. A lot goes into it before it actually goes into the store. So from making the patterns, which I do myself, to sourcing the fabric, to making the prototypes, to making sure the thread matches, to making sure the elastic is correct, everything is done in-house. And from the time of conception of a pattern to actually getting a prototype sample can take 1 hour, and then we're happy with it and then we go into production. So all my people work with me directly in the factory, and there's 8 people that work with me, and they all have a role to play, including myself. Everybody just works together as a family, and we're supporting local, and everything happens under one roof at Lula.
Welcome back to our Good Morning North Coast show. With me now we have Cindy Joubert. Welcome, Cindy.
Hello, thanks for having me.
Great catching up with you again.
Yes.
Cindy, for our viewers and those Ballito people who don't know you yet, tell us a little bit about who Cindy is and how your business got started.
So I got interested in beauty in 2007. So that's way back. But I was still working in the corporate world, and throughout these years, I just decided that I needed to do something for myself, and I always wanted a business, but I wasn't sure what I wanted.
Where do we go?
I just knew that I was aimed to be my own boss. And then throughout the years, up until this year, I just went for training and everything that I found interesting in the beauty industry. And then in 2019, I got retrenched, and I said to my husband, I don't know if I should be sad or happy.
It's a sign.
And also, you know, I said to him, I didn't want to feel like that ever in my life again. It feels like it's so hopeless. And I said to him, I am just going to take this opportunity and just go with it and start my own business, which I did the next day.
Proactive.
And yeah, so I started my business at home, and then in December 2019 we relocated to Ballito, and I had to start all over again, get new clients, but I must say it's just been a blessing. I've got amazing clients, and I'm just loving to interact and meet new clients, and I'm actually loving what I'm doing now.
Yeah. And Cindy, what do you specialize in?
So I do classic lashes, lash extensions. I do classic lashes, hybrid lashes, volume lashes. I quite like the natural look. And then for the ladies that doesn't like having lash extensions, I also do lash lifts. I do microblading, so that's also semi
permanent makeup, done with a hand tool that you draw fine hairs on the eyebrow. And then recently I've qualified through Swiss Color International with the permanent makeup, and that's eyebrows. So I do powder brows, nano brows, combination brows, eyeliners, designer eyeliners, lips, and then full lips.
I get asked that quite a lot, also coming from the beauty industry. But in terms of pain, because I think a lot of women are scared for permanent makeup when it comes to the brows and the eyeliners. Is it sore? And do you use like a medical grade numbing cream? What is it?
So I always just tell my clients, you're not here for massage. We do use numbing creams, and we use it throughout the process. So we will start with a numbing cream and then wait like 30 minutes for the skin to numb, and then we open up the skin, and then we just apply numbing cream the whole time. But you are going to feel, I mean, it's a needle penetrating into your skin. It's like a tattoo, I think. Yes. With tattoos, you don't get numbing cream, but with us you do. So there is pain. It's not as sore as a tattoo, I would say, but you are going to feel pain, but we're just trying to make it as bearable as possible, and we just keep on numbing, but you are going to feel some sort of discomfort.
But I think at the end of the day it's so worth it, you know, to wake up and know you don't have to spend 10 minutes on trying to shape an eyebrow and have one skew pointing the other way. It's just so much better. Cindy, you also sell some retail products. You want to share a little bit about that?
So, Ange, I do feel very strong about looking after, especially your lashes. So once I have done my bit, then I expect you to also go home and look after your lashes. So I have, brought this. It's a lash shampoo. So basically, it's just washing your lashes, the same as you wash your hair every day. You need to wash your lashes. I just feel like when you don't look after them, they're not going to last long. And also you can get infections. So looking after them is just as important as me putting them on, making sure that the type of lashes, the weight of the lashes, the length of the lashes is suitable for your lashes. Then I need you to also look after them.
And it is quite a process. I mean, how long? It lasts about three weeks.
So it depends on your lash cycle. So usually lashes falls out 1 to 5 per day.
Oh wow!
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's a lot of lashes.
And then you go through cycle. Shedding cycles also, like every 2 to 3 weeks. So that's why usually 2 to 3 weeks you need to come for a fill. But that's when I also check your lashes to make sure that you're looking after them, because the better you're looking after them, the longer they can also last. And then I have just a lash brush. This is actually a cleansing brush that goes with the shampoo. The bristles are nice because it can go in between the lashes, so it cleans out all of the dirt, all of the sweat, makeup. And then I have just these little cute
little brushes.
Brushes. So this is just to brush your lashes, because sometimes they do go their own little way, and you just need to get those ladies back in line.
But it's so nice to have the little cap on as
well. So why I do have the key ring one is you always need your brushes. You always lose them. And why I was looking for something like this is when you just put the brushes in your handbag, it usually gets
very dirty.
Whatever's in your handbag. And then to brush your lashes, that's also where you put dirt into your...
And then the infections can happen from there.
And then also collagen. This collagen is from Bombshell. It's just to improve your skin health, hair and nails. And then recently we have launched the marine collagen. And what's nice about this one is tasteless, it's odorless. So I use it every day in my coffee, in a smoothie. You don't taste anything. And this one is keto friendly, paleo friendly, and gluten free.
That is awesome. And Cindy, where can our viewers find you? How did they get hold of you?
So I'm on Instagram and Facebook, so viewers can just look me up there. And then recently, about 3 months ago, I opened a salon with my 2 beautiful partners in the heart of Ballito village.
It's in the Vista Center. Actually, the studio is on the same level. So just above Spa, just around the corner from Concha. So yeah, that's where we are.
And I believe you've got something very special to share with our viewers this morning.
Yes, so Vicky from Collar & Comb and I are busy with a little fundraiser for Peyton. Now, Peyton is a 3-year-old that was diagnosed with leukemia last year in lockdown.
Yes.
So we're going to do a fun dog walking day very soon. We're still busy organizing and arranging everything.
Okay.
So the viewers can just go onto Collar & Comb Grooming Parlor's website in the next 3 weeks and find more information on the day, when it's going to happen, where. I'm going to do posters, and we'll flood social media with this because she is just so cute when you meet her.
No, absolutely.
And
it's for a good cause.
Yes.
And again, we stay in Ballito, so I'm pretty sure we'll have the support we need behind this. So it's been great chatting to you. Thank you so much for joining me this morning.
Oh, thank you. It was so nice being here.
We are heading into a quick ad break, and then, or not ad break, but we're going into the weather and surf report with Heili and Deon. Stay tuned.
Good morning everyone and welcome to your weather for today, brought to you by Ballito Gas and Fry. Vandag is Klein Vrydag, so steek aan julle 4-0 werk. We have a high of 23 degrees and a low of 12 degrees. The real feel will be 25 degrees and the real feel shade 22 degrees. Also have a southerly wind at 9 kilometers per hour and wind gusts at 19 kilometers per hour. 0% chance of showers expected today. Sunrise will be at 6:43 a.m. and the sunset at 5:21 p.m. Next up will be your surf report, brought to you by 1018 Skryfbehoeftes and Deon Bosman from Victory Surf. See you tomorrow.
Good morning, Ballito, and welcome to Wednesday morning's beach report. And fortunately, after 2 or 3 big days of easterly, we now finally have a nice light westerly coming through today. It's been blowing northwesterly the whole evening, and the ocean has cleaned up very, very nicely. And we headed for some really good surf today. Still a strong 1.5 to 2 meter swell at most of the beaches. So definitely the bog and some of the point breaks further up the coast on the north coast will be very, very good today. And with an outgoing tide in the morning, I think it'll probably be better late afternoon. So have a look straight after lunch. I think on the higher tides, it should be a lot better. And have a look for those peaks at the main beach and also, as I said, at the bog. Enjoy your surf day. It's going to be a great one after lots and lots of wind. So nice westerly day to enjoy. Have a good one out there.
And that brings us to the end of our Good Morning North Coast show for today. Thank you again to all our guests and our viewers. We will be closing off with a music video from Dave Starke and then a brand new episode of Laugh Out Larry for the young ones. Tune in to GMNC weekdays, Monday to Friday between 6 and 7 a.m. We'll see you there.
I've been calling out to you since the days were long, since the days were long. I've been singing this song. You've been reaching out to me with your words so sweet, with your words so sweet. You've been reaching out to me. I know this feeling's strong, and I know this feeling's right.
and I'm burning for your love. Stay hopeful here tonight, tonight. I've been talking in my sleep. You've been dancing in your dreams. We've been holding on to something that is bigger than our fears. So let me wrap you up in love. Let's be gentle in our fight. Curled up tight against your tears, I'll shield you from the light. And I know this feeling's right. I know that we are strong. I'm holding both your hands in mine till your pain is gone. And I know this feeling's strong, and I know this feeling's right. And I'm burning for your love, staying hopeful here tonight, tonight. Same lost look is in your eyes that I thought we left behind, that I thought we left behind in the corners of your mind. Why don't you while away the day? Why don't you sleep on it tonight? And in the morning I'll be yours again. By the evening you'll be mine. And I know this feeling's right, and I know that we are strong. And I'm holding both your hands in mine till your pain is gone. And I know this feeling's strong, and I know this feeling's right. I'm burning for your love, staying hopeful here tonight, tonight.
Hi, good morning, boys and girls.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Larry. How are you?
I'm okay, and you?
I'm well, thanks. Larry, I really need to talk to you about something.
What?
I wanted to talk to you about something very important that we should be talking to the boys and girls about, and that is about being helpful.
I tried that. Didn't work for me.
Why didn't it work for you, Larry?
Well, you see, I tried to help Zoe because in class the teacher said she keeps on standing up, right?
Right.
So, I stuck bubble gum on a chair so she'd stay seated.
Oh my word.
I got in trouble.
You really are very creative, Larry. But let's think about some ways we can start in our homes, simple ways.
I can't do that.
Why, Larry?
Because I think I'm responsible for the weather lately.
Really? The cold weather?
Yeah.
Okay.
When I tried to make breakfast, Mom said I cooked up a storm. When I went to my room, she said it was like a tornado swept through my room. And when I went to the garden to help, she told Dad it's like a hurricane is coming.
Sorry, Larry. I can see that you have really been trying. But let's try something simple. If you hear that a friend is sick, what can you do?
Not panic.
Good.
Because I'm not allowed to press the panic button.
Okay.
Because last time, my sister's cat jumped on me and I pressed the panic button because I panicked and I got into trouble for that too.
Okay, but what is there something simple that you can do, Larry?
Like what?
Maybe helping your sister to read?
No.
You can try, Larry.
That's not a good idea with Tammy.
Why?
You don't know her.
I'm sure it will bring a smile to her face,
You
Larry.
don't know her.
Okay, is there something else that you can do?
No.
Let's suggest something for the boys and girls to do, Larry. What do you think?
Wash your dishes.
Okay, maybe after they finish breakfast, they can wash their bowls. That's a good idea.
Clean your rooms.
That's a brilliant idea, Larry. And I think you're going to have to rush off now and say goodbye to the boys and girls.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.